All right. Welcome in to another live commitment. I'm excited to be here. Are you excited to be here? I think so, because today we got a Rivals #1 player at their position committing on today's show. Yeah, we get a lot of action here on the Rivals Recruit channel, but it's not always a #1 player at their position. So today is special. It's time to lock in. Let's get ready for today's announcement. But before we do that, make sure you guys are subscribed to the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube, the Rivals Recruits channel. All right, let's get into it. Who are we here for today? It's Will Mencl. He's a 5-star from Chandler, Arizona. As I said, Mencl is Rivals #1 quarterback in the entire country. He goes 6'3", 205 pounds. He's got offers that any kid would dream of when they're growing up, but today he's got to narrow it down to just one. Now, he's already cut this list of offers down to a top 3. So as we sit here today, it's going to be one of these 3, Auburn, Penn State, or Oregon. Now, you guys are the real recruiting experts. I want to hear it from you. Get in the chat, get loud, and tell me where Will Mencl is headed. But before we do that, let's put on the tape. Mencl has the size. He's got the arm talent. He has the athleticism. But what the experts rave about to me is what Mencl has between the ears. His ability to read a defense and then pick that defense apart is what puts him ahead of the pack when it comes to the top quarterbacks in America. At 6'3", 205, Mencl's college ready when it comes to size. And he's not even in his senior year of high school yet. That starts in the fall. So remember, he's got a ways to go. So you can tell here, I mean, I just love his game, love the way he plays, love the way he slings the football. And you can tell why he is one of the most coveted quarterbacks in America. All right, let's take a look at his social handles. I know Will Mencl is a 5-star and all that, but his career, it's just about to get started. So make sure you guys go hit follow. All right, it looks like we are ready to go. We got Will Mencl out in Chandler, Arizona. Will, how you feeling? Today's your big day.
Yes, sir. I'm feeling great. Ready to get this decision made and move on to the next level.
Yeah, I know you've been taking visits. We see your top teams here at the bottom of the screen. You got it down to 3. What was it about these programs that made your final list?
Yeah, I mean, obviously all great programs, but I feel like the main thing was they all fit me as a person. No school made it easy to make a decision. So just building the relationships and going through the recruitment process was definitely tough. But I mean, again, I'm excited to announce this decision.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. Any decision you make, it's the right decision for you. So the moment's here, Will. The floor is yours. Say your thank yous and let us know where you plan on committing to college.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that's helped me along the way, my family, my coaches, my teammates, specifically Coach Wiz, Coach Austin, Coach OB down in South Florida, Coach Jay, and Coach Roger. They've really helped me along the way with Coach Rob at Ignite as well. So I wouldn't be anywhere without them. Obviously, my teammates, they pushed me to be better every single day as a player and as a person, just being in the locker room, having fun with those guys. And, yeah, with that being said, for the next 3 to 4 years, I will be committing to the University of Oregon.
The Oregon Ducks land the #1 quarterback in America. Will Mencl, why was Oregon the best fit for you?
Yeah, the biggest thing was the relationship with the staff. Mm-hmm. I feel like that continued to grow over time, especially when I first got there last spring. Being able to sit down with Coach Koa, just really being an underlooked guy at that time and kind of blowing up my junior season. And then the path to the NFL, you can't deny what they do with quarterbacks and the type of scheme they run. I felt like that was the best fit for me and my family to get to the next level.
Yeah, so has the Oregon staff, have you informed Dan Lanning and his staff that you're committed, or is he finding out right now?
No, sir. They've known since Sunday night I've been 100% committed.
What was their reaction when you told them?
They were all super hyped. Had to mess with them a little bit and kind of mess around and make them feel like it wasn't going to happen. But, I mean, the whole staff was super pumped.
Yeah, that's great. So let's talk to Oregon fans. When Will Mencl arrives in Eugene, what can they expect to get?
A hard worker. I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure how many hours I'm going to spend outside of that facility. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try my best to compete year one and just grind my butt off is the main thing. You can expect somebody who's one of the most competitive people in the world. I can't accept losing, and I know that program can't accept it either. So they're getting a winner that's going to work super, super hard.
Yeah, well, it's awesome. Thank you guys for using this platform, taking your time. We really appreciate it. Ducks fans are going crazy in the chat right now. Congratulations. Go have a blast. Have fun. Thank you. And we will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Let's go Ducks.
Wow. The #1 quarterback in America just committed to the Oregon Ducks. The grass is still damn green in Eugene. Let's bring in national analyst here at Rivals, Steve Wiltfong. Steve, you've been very close to this recruitment throughout. How did the Ducks win on this Will Mencl, #1 quarterback in America?
Well, I'm going to share this video on X later tonight, but I got a message from Amy Mencl, Will's mom, earlier today saying that she shared a video with me from the NFL experience in 2020, said maybe it was a sign, where Will Mencl was announced as the #1 pick in the NFL draft out of the University of Oregon. So the Ducks have been on his mind for a long time, landed the offer from Dan Lanning and this coaching staff during a game visit in the fall, returned in January, came back last weekend, and as he said, it was the coaching staff was the difference, the consistency, the culture, the style of offense, the way they develop players, and the type of guys that will be around him in Eugene. Of course, the track record of development at quarterback under Dan Lanning and company. He is the latest to commit to Oregon. Oregon is shooting for a 4th straight top 5 class, Josh, and Will Mencl is the type of player that others will follow.
Unbelievable moment here at the Rivals Recruits channel. It's why you guys need to be subscribed. Some great times, and today it was all about quarterback Will Mencl. So recruiting ebbs and flows. About 3 weeks ago, Duck fans were a little down on Oregon recruiting, but the month of April is here. The Ducks have been red hot. 3 commitments heading into today. Edge Rashad Street, A. King Hall, cornerback Josiah Molden. Now the #1 quarterback in America, Will Mencl. But Steve, the Ducks aren't done. Let's talk wide receiver recruiting when it comes to Oregon. No commitments currently, but that's going to change. Who are the Ducks making a priority at the wide receiver position?
Well, that starts with Dakota Garant, the nation's #6 receiver, #1 receiver on Oregon's board, out of Harper Woods in Michigan. He has spent a lot of time on the Oregon campus, including a visit earlier this spring. And so the Ducks are the Rivals prediction machine favorite for him. They're in a battle with Texas Tech for Julian Caldwell. And they're also one of the front runners for Xavier Saab. And these are guys that are going to see what Oregon just landed at the quarterback position in Will Mencl, who completed over 70% of his passes last year, Josh, for nearly 4,000 yards and 33 touchdowns, picked off just 5 times. Another 741 yards on the ground and 17 rushing scores. He's the top quarterback in the country, the top dual threat quarterback in the country. He's got a super high football IQ. He's got a 4.1 GPA. He's all about ball and getting better. That's why he wanted to make this decision and get it out of the way. And now Oregon is going to go out and land some skill players around him. I like where they stand with Dakota Garant. We just talked about Julian Caldwell and Xavier Saab. Then you also have running back Landon Williams-Callis out there, a Gatorade Player of the Year finalist from the Lone Star State, running back that Oregon has a great chance to add as well.
Yeah. I love the timing of this commitment when it comes to for Oregon recruiting, because it's about 3 days before the spring game. So we know Oregon's going to have some big names on campus this weekend in Eugene. Will Mencl now is committed, and Steve, could there be another big commitment coming tomorrow? I mean, are we in the midst of an Oregon Ducks heater?
Well, it's funny you mentioned how Oregon fans sometimes get down on recruiting. Well, this is one of the most relentless staffs in the country. Yeah. Certainly, they have a lot of resources and infrastructure to recruit the best players in the country, but nobody builds stronger relationships with their top targets than Oregon. And Will Mencl pointed to that in his commitment to the Ducks this evening. And Samaj Stanford is a safety, top 10 player at his position, top 100 player in the land, according to the Rivals industry. He's announcing his commitment tomorrow. tomorrow. It's down to Georgia, Texas, and Oregon. And I like where the Ducks stand for this playmaking defensive back who's got a similar personality to Will Mencl. These guys are both tremendous leaders. Will Mencl, type of guy that can lead the offense. Samaj Stanford has the traits to be that quarterback of the defense, that leader on the back end. And he's obviously a playmaker, as you see there on film.
Wow. So we will find out tomorrow right here on this channel if indeed they can go back to back with major live commitments. Another reason to be subscribed. So today, though, it's all about Will Mencl. Steve, we have him. Charles Power made a player comparison on his profile months ago. Compared him to Bo Nix. So I think it's only appropriate that Will Mencl ends up an Oregon Duck. You've seen him play. What do you think of his game?
Well, Bo Nix is also obviously an exciting dual threat, hard-nosed quarterback.
Yeah.
And Will Mencl has those same traits. He's 6'4", 205 pounds, runs 4.7 right now. He could be a 4.5 guy when he's done playing his college football for the Ducks. But the thing that he's also in comparison to Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel and Dante Moore, he's very detailed in what he does. Oregon does a great job of making sure they have a tremendous leader under center year in and year out. And that's why they won the Big Ten 2 years ago. That's why they played in the college football Final Four this past season. And that's why they're one of the favorites to win the national championship this season. And Will Mencl, someone that has the ability, has the leadership traits to be someone that can help Oregon keep this thing rolling for years to come.
Yeah, and Oregon is absolutely building something special right now out in Eugene. And the addition of Will Mencl will go a long way. All right, Steve, we got to get some rest because we got another commitment coming up in about 24 hours, but I appreciate you stopping by this one.
Yeah, wouldn't miss. Will Mencl to Oregon, the number one quarterback in the country, is off the board tonight. Dan Lanning and the Ducks hit big on the trail.
All right, there it is. Yeah, we've been talking a lot of quarterback dominoes on this channel, and for good reason, and now the top one has been knocked down. Will Mencl's a Duck. You guys, you know where to find us right here on the Rivals Recruits channel. Hit subscribe, and we will be back tomorrow with another major live commitment.